So Michonne's final episode is officially among us. It's just a week away. Michonne and Virgil have arrived at Virgil's island, but as we figured, it's not as it all seems. Virgil's family is nowhere to be seen, and as you'll find out in this video, it's very clear Virgil is messing Michonne around. Things are not going to go very well for Michonne. Not at first, anyway. In this video, we are going to be breaking down the trailer for The Walking Dead Season 10, Episode 13. And of course, making some bold predictions on what's actually going to happen. But of course, before we begin, I need to make sure you're subscribed. You are subscribed, aren't you? If you're watching this video right now, make sure you subscribe. I'm a respectable and honourable man, so I don't mind. If you don't subscribe, fair enough, I respect you. Not really, you've got to subscribe. You do realise that, right? If you do not subscribe, you're going to be like Nicholas. You're going to be like Olivia. A Season 5 Gabriel. You are the best, so you deserve the best. Subscribe right now to become more like Rick Grimes. Daryl Dixon. Alright, let's break down this trailer. So the first shot we see is Michonne and Virgil have arrived at Virgil's island. They are wearing their same clothes as when they left back in the mid-season finale in November. And the place looks really sparse. It doesn't look like there's any real amount of supplies. Now, although it's obvious Virgil's hiding something, remember that's the story in the first place though. That's why he even ran into Michonne, because he was looking for more supplies to then bring back and return to his family on this island. So the fact it looks sparse isn't really a massive surprise. The main worry is what else we see in this trailer. Michonne is walking along with Virgil. Virgil is leading, and she's looking around and realising how sparse it looks. She says she needs to get back, there's a lot of lives at stake. Virgil responds in a complacent, joking manner.
I need to get back. There's a lot of lives at stake.
Well, those whisper folks really got you percolating, huh?
It's pretty obvious Virgil is stalling. Michonne asks Virgil where's his family. We don't hear his actual response, but the trailer plays something else that he says, and he says the island's not clear. It was until the others came. Now, who are the others? I think you know where this is going, but let's cut to the next shot, which is kind of more important on why Michonne hasn't returned yet by the time we see, for example, the hilltop battle. We see Michonne running towards an orange-reddish light. And this trailer revealed that was a burning boat. Likely her only way of getting back to Alexandria. Now, if we go back to episode 11, we actually saw Judith try and talk to Michonne through her walkie-talkie. So we were seeing ahead of time that something's happened to Michonne, that she isn't able to make it to the walkie-talkie to respond to Judith.
Daito? Come in, Daito.
Michonne told Judith in the mid-season finale, this is how you contact me. I'll always be on the other side of the walkie-talkie. But she isn't. Something has happened to Michonne. So Virgil is talking about other people on the island. Who are they? Now I'd love to say they are the CRM, but just looking at these pictures, they're not CRM soldiers. They don't appear to visibly have any CRM logos on them, so could they possibly just be bandits? Just some stray characters, purely there to make matters more difficult for Virgil and Michonne? Well, either way, I promise you right now, remember me saying this, the reason for Michonne leaving is because in episode 13 she does find out that Rick Grimes is still alive. There has to be something that confirms, that guarantees to her that Rick's still out there. I've seen some people say Michonne's exit will have nothing to do with Rick, and if you think that, I think you're deranged. The Rick Grimes storyline is just like a big puzzle right now, and things like Michonne's exit is adding to it piece by piece. That's why I've been kind of excited for Michonne's final episode for so long, because I know this will be the first thing in almost a year that we've got about Rick Grimes. And it's such a big deal that Michonne's gonna find out, because will she then go and tell Daryl? Just seeing Virgil is really, really cool. I've been looking forward to that since November, because there's so much potential with what Virgil could bring to it, what he could do. He is, of course, quite clearly the key to Michonne not only finding out about the CRM, but Rick. Now, do you remember earlier on in February, I showed you that sneak peek of Virgil behind Michonne, almost smiling at what Michonne was so frightened to see. She was shocked and overwhelmed, whilst Virgil seemed pretty satisfied with it and familiar with it. Well, I'm now going to show you the full scene within the trailer. I'm going to slow it down for you. Virgil has just locked Michonne into this room. I think Virgil is attempting to trade Michonne in to the CRM, exactly like Jadis did with Heath, against Michonne's will, locking her up and calling the CRM. He would in exchange get supplies or even a free ride to one of the communities within the CRM. What would the CRM do with Michonne once they have her? they'd make her become a soldier. We've seen that. That's what the soldiers are. They're people that have been traded in against their will. They're made to fight. Do you remember that trailer where at the end of it we heard Michonne cry, "What did you do?" We were all wondering what that could possibly mean. Well, it likely happens when Virgil shuts her in this room, or when she finds out someone has set a boat on fire. But remember, there's shots of Michonne in a brand new outfit. So although Virgil might be attempting to do something with Michonne here, it's likely not really how she leaves. It's likely she escapes. And then these shots are simply her after escaping, much later on in the episode. Of course, not to be confused with this shot of Michonne, that is actually a massive flashback to Season 3 when Michonne first appeared. This is the opening minutes. Now, this might surprise you if you haven't seen it yet, but we actually see Andrea from Season 3. It's a reimagined scene where Michonne doesn't save Andrea. It's almost as though she's having a dream or a vision where she goes back to where Andrea was going to be saved by her, but in this alternate reality, she didn't save her, she just walked away. And we hear Andrea get ripped apart off screen. It's almost as though we're seeing this vision to show that if Michonne didn't save Andrea, she would never have met Rick. She wouldn't have this life that she has now. And of course, this is where she first appeared in the whole of The Walking Dead. So it's quite a nice way to start her final episode by reminiscing and mirroring the first one. But talking of that alternate reality, if this scene is just something that Michonne's thinking of, then what about the Michonne and Lucille scene? Because it's already pretty outlandish that Michonne would have Lucille with her. What if every single shot of Michonne with this outfit is just not real? Meaning this shot of Michonne getting locked up by Virgil really is her getting traded into the CRM. These scenes could just be showing us how lucky she was to run into Rick at the prison, to show why she's that grateful for Rick. Alongside Michonne and Virgil in this episode, we could see more of what Michonne's life would be. Look how almost emotionless Michonne is in this scene. She has no thoughts or conviction, she's just empty. We could just be seeing a different Michonne where she simply didn't save Andrea, she didn't meet Rick. So when Virgil says people have taken over the island, it really is the CRM. In fact, what better way for Michonne to have these visions than being locked up in this room? The opening minutes show Michonne in Season 3. After the intro, we will then see Michonne with Virgil again. Then after she's explored this base, after she's been locked up, we will then see her think about her life if she had not run into Rick. If she had stayed on that path of being an emotionless warrior, this is what she would have ended up doing, just another version of Negan. When Michonne lost her son, her partner, her brother, she developed, she came out of the other side and found the light. She met all these people, she met Rick, she's now a mother again. When Negan lost his wife, he became a monster. We're seeing Michonne if she decided to be a monster too. That's why we're seeing her with Lucille. If she didn't come out the other side, if she didn't save Andrea, become a better person, this is what she was going to be destined to become. I think the Michonne and Virgil scenes are going to be a very small portion of what the episode actually is. I think in a nutshell, Virgil has tricked Michonne to coming to this island because this is a drop-off point for the CRM, an extraction point. She's just going to get taken. Whilst she's in this room, she will then think about her life if she had not met Rick. Remember, the writers have actually come out and said there will be some mystery to it, so she won't straight up just get taken. I do think she will escape somehow, and I think it's right the characters at home do know what she's up to. I think by the time Maggie arrives with the Commonwealth, I think it's pretty wise that these characters do know where Michonne's gone, so it's not a constant worry. But either way, I think episode 13, Michonne will find out that Rick Grimes is still alive. And that is the most exciting thing to think of. That could even mean that Daryl finds out this episode. Judith even finds out. But either way, Michonne will find out this episode. And that's when she will leave to go and find him. Any new CRM stuff to me is really, really exciting. You've seen how many videos I've made on just Rick's final episode. So this episode is definitely going to be one of those ones that we re-watch and find out stuff just from this. So I think these scenes aren't real. But more importantly, what do you think? On the top right of your screen, you're going to see an eye icon. Just click or tap on that and you can vote in the poll. Are these scenes just in an alternate reality to the one The Walking Dead set in? Is Michonne just thinking of these scenes? Or does she magically just have Lucille? Does she end up escaping this room? Does she really get traded off to the CRM? Make sure you let me know what you think down below. If you enjoyed this video, then make sure you press the like button. It genuinely helps me out and will get this video more seen. If you did enjoy it, then make sure you check out my other videos. Make sure you check out my review for episode 12. I talk about what you may have missed and what was foreshadowed in that episode and what deaths could possibly come because of it. Make sure you check it out, and of course, if you want to know more about the CRM, watch this video where we confirm Rick Grimes' location. And of course, make sure you subscribe so that you're the first to hear about The Walking Dead and the first to see my videos. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.
You're all gonna be doing that.